Hello everybody, Buck Koopa here. We're back with more Danganronpa. I'm here with
ChampionNBloom.
And
I have water now, so hopefully I'll stop coughing. Also, Brawler Claw 67.
we're back
Hello,
with
I have water now. Nice to meet you.
Alright. I'm just gonna do this real quick so you guys can pause and read everything.
I just remember the first segment of this case and it's so dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do a quick save. And go.
I'm glad I don't have to do Monika's voice for a bit.
Basic explanation. If you
No, we don't need to do that.
Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No, that's a ghost!
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much
This is so
ridiculousness I can tolerate.
For once, I agree with Byakuya.
So I just have to
Yeah.
prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's
can't
compare
believe we have to do
Kyoko's
this.
traits to the traits of the
Yeah.
dead body.
Her
It's so
traits?
silly.
One important trait,
Your measurements? What?
her piercing
Blade
glare.
glove.
Sorry.
I'm talking about her
Did you hear what I
flaws.
Yeah, I
said?
did.
They'll give
Nicholas,
us
did you
some
hear what I said?
insight into the mystery.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, well then don't
In
worry
that
about it.
case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Dots.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that corpse is Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here. In that case, we'll move forward. So I don't have any choice. Yeah,
Yeah, this
God,
is
why do we have to do this?
because heroes are dumb.
I sneeze because I'm allergic to ridiculousness.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost. Okay.
Here's another
Alright, I'm just gonna let it go.
They got burnt up.
Then she was wearing
Well, yeah, because that corpse is this entire discussion is idiotic.
Actually, I don't remember exactly which one this
Kyoko
is.
there is just a ghost. Okay. then
I
prove
think
it.
it's F2 on the right hand on...
Gloves.
Wasn't wearing gloves.
Not there.
That's not there.
Second statement.
she was wearing
Well, yeah. She must have been wearing gloves.
that one. The fake nails.
Oh yeah, fake nails, not this F2.
Absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
That's fine. We'll get it next time.
Okay.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
That's what I was trying to think of how it went. I was doing that too.
No, it's wrong.
Objection.
You're fake news. Very fake news.
No, there's no way
How
the
would that be the
corpse was
joke?
wearing
I don't know.
gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain.
I mean, I don't
Besides,
know. I'm
Kyoko
not a
wears
girl or
gloves to
anything,
hide
so
her hands,
I wouldn't
right?
know.
It'd be pretty weird for
But I
someone
imagine-
who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails. Don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
anyone doesn't
I have a younger sister, so who at one point convinced me to put on a thing of fake nails just to feel what it was like. So yeah, I can attest to
The size
this.
of my hands to make sure
It was
that
like one fake nail, and I wanted to take it off for 5
if I
minutes.
wore fake nails,
I believe
the
it.
gloves wouldn't
The
fit properly.
only time that I've ever done any type of makeup or anything, I've
The
never
dead
got my
body
nails
doesn't
painted or
belong
anything
to
like that.
Kyoko.
But I have
Oh,
gotten
me
some
neither.
face makeup stuff because of acting in school plays. So that's it.
I've done face paint, and I haven't actually received face paint or
so
Well, I'm not
makeup.
talking about face
Who's the
paint,
real
like
victim?
drawing.
actual-
First,
I'm talking
we need
about
to
like
figure
makeup,
that out.
like blush and
That's the
mascara
first
and
thing
stuff.
I said.
I don't think we ever did
Oh,
mascara.
I
I think we did
have a story
mascara.
for you
I
all
don't
after
remember
we're
doing
done with this.
mascara. I remember we did the blush and we did like just like covering up like Zits.
No, we've definitely done mascara if for the school plays.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it, but I don't remember. We
Yeah, I have a story for you all once we're done with this.
Because they didn't really ever need to give it to anything major. But
Kyoko really is still alive. Then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition.
Yeah, this is where we play the tattoo on the right-hand card.
it's not a card, it's a bullet.
If we can't identify the body,
I'm sorry.
We
And
can.
there's nothing else
We can by shooting this bullet at that statement.
Yep.
Kyoko really. Then who died?
there's gotta be
I like to make it, let it go through once. That way people can
Yeah.
read everything and see it all, rather than just immediately shooting.
Oh man, the
Yeah.
freaking slow down on the can't identify the body.
I will never get over any of these people on helium.
I love it, it's hilarious.
It's great.
for real? Ryan, he'll die a cruel
I will
and
never get over it.
death.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just
No, you don't.
I'm trying to remember if there's any particular characters in the later games that have really
The
great
key to
voices on
figuring
Alien.
out who it was is the tattoo on
I think
the
some of the
back her
better
hand.
ones are some of the characters that already kind of have higher voices, like Hina.
The design's pretty
Yeah.
strange, huh? Is this-
Byakuya's really fun with helium.
Master must have made her get it. To be
I'm not even
I wouldn't
lettering.
say hers is high, I'd say it's soft.
Humiliating?
There's a bit of difference.
The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
But his voice is a little bit higher.
Hina's like average in like
Celeste-
height, but like she has
Celeste
a very
doing her-
soft voice.
Celeste doing her fake accent is pretty fun on helium.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Tattoo and
Should be the description of her profile.
this,
Yep,
right?
the
Yep.
profile. You
Take
got
that.
it.
Take that.
Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so to show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is a very easy Hangman's Gambit.
Focus.
Like seriously, it's really
This
not
is
hard.
proof.
Look at this.
It's 2 letters, and it's
What
a
could it
fairly easy
possibly
question if you
be?
know anything about Norse
We got them in a
mythology.
really good order.
What could it possibly be?
Got them in a really good order, so we were done by this point. First
Like, if you know anything about Norse mythology, this is a very easy question.
I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure this game came out before Thor Ragnarok, so, and by that I mean I know it did. So maybe a lot of people don't.
Fenrir, the wolf of Ragnarok.
But
It's
it
from
said
Norse
it earlier.
mythology.
I mean,
Yeah,
it did.
you just said it earlier.
It also, yeah, it said
Marvel does not count as more Norse mythology.
Yeah,
I'm sick
that's
and
true.
tired of that.
That's
After
true.
all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
What I'm sick and tired is of, as far as Norse mythology goes, is that Fire Emblem is turned into Norse mythology instead of medieval fantasy.
Which means that person must
And
have once belonged
I
to
don't
Fenrir.
like it.
So it must have been
Specifically the
Mukuro.
phone game.
Yeah, I know.
Hold on. Isn't she the one that...
I mean, I appreciate mythology references as much as the next guy, so
It does not fit with Fire Emblem.
it
I do
doesn't.
not like it with Fire Emblem. It's supposed to be medieval fantasy.
The minute I saw Loki, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
all right, fine.
Exactly.
We're gonna go that route.
Oh, sorry. I didn't
Uninstall.
mean
They were wrong in
Yeah.
thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind.
That's fair, yeah. I didn't even get the game in the first place. And I
Yeah.
know
The
I shouldn't do.
ultimate despair seems like a...
And then she shows up again in Dragalia Lost, and I'm like, I can't escape you, can I?
it. Yeah, I know,
Shouldn't
right?
have been thinking of her as the
Did you do the
ultimate
event in
despair
Dragalia
the
Lost that had Mega Man?
Yes, it was amazing.
I noticed it too late. I got an ad for it, and I was like, wait, they're doing an event with Mega Man? And so I had to reinstall the game. I had done the offloading.
All it said was that she was the
I had done the
ultimate soldier.
offloading thing, so I had to re-download the game in order to do the Mega Man event, but I was already however many days into the event, so I didn't get to do much.
Kyoko.
I can't believe that there's a game now where I can make Marth turn into, from Fire Emblem, turn into Raphael Monster Hunter.
So that means
Wait, what now?
Kyoko got her.
One of the mechanics in Dragalia Lost is that any of your characters can turn into a dragon.
Oh, okay. Marth turns into Raphael specifically?
And when she
Or just
finally
No,
turns up, she gets
you can equip dragons transformations, and there was an event for Monster Hunter a while back that gave Rathalos and Fatalis as dragons.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
So
that.
cool.
So you're saying
I forgot
she
about
wasn't
that.
an
So yes, you
important
can turn Martha into
You can
Rathalos.
make Martha
which
into
would mean
Rathalos.
she was the same as us.
That's so
Just
cool.
another
Yes.
I didn't play Dragalia Lost.
She's the real mastermind.
I only have like
I stopped playing it
I
after
only
a
have
while.
like 3 phone games.
I stopped playing it after a while.
I didn't play
Anyway,
it.
back to Danganronpa.
Yeah.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place.
Such a nonsensical theme, and I love it.
I know.
To your big ol' brains.
What you're saying
Yeah,
is that
it's a
both
fun
the
theme.
victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no. There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total.
I'm constantly oscillating between gosh dang it hero and God bless you hero.
Seriously? Then one of us
It's
killed
like a
Mukuro?
metronome ticking back and forth between two settings.
Did it?
Yeah.
The killer
Whether
this
he's an
time?
idiot or whether he's hilarious.
Get a hold of yourself. We've
Whether he's an annoying idiot or whether he's a hilarious idiot.
Yeah.
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Yeah.
You've narrowed it down
I
to...
bet
Did they change the order of those points?
I think they might have. I thought it was in the middle last time.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was definitely in the middle last time.
Because you specifically made a joke of why you gotta call Kyoko mean.
No other
Why
way.
do you
No,
say
I
that?
mean like the job.
Oh, yeah.
Allow
Sorry.
me to
Yes.
explain.
They get randomized.
Yeah,
Just
they ran
after
them.
nighttime
Okay.
last night, I
Interesting.
went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right.
The
four
gym.
of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma.
The gim.
The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the
The-
bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say,
give me a sec.
the four of us all have
I'll think of
alibis.
something.
The only ones without alibis.
Are me
The
and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly
Jim Gordon?
so.
What? I don't know. Trying to think of like a name that uses Jim. I don't know, man. I couldn't think of anything.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that,
Objection.
I just want
What?
to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya
Somebody-
both confirmed that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
So what time?
9.
9 o'clock.
I'm glad that one isn't randomized, because if the order of the numbers were randomized, that
Toko went to get the
It'd bug
pickaxe.
people's OCD.
That would be. That'd be annoying. No, then, Toko, what time is it? Oh, we left the gym is before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. Okay, go get the pickaxe and be here by 9:01.
He's
Indeed.
right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. but I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m., and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. to 7:30 till 7:30 a.m. Okay, it looks like the game has begun. I can't prove an alibi for that period, and I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
I do.
So we should, yeah, it's sprinklers at 10 this time, right? Because I know we got this wrong a lot.
Yes.
7 o'clock at night.
No, it's wrong. Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was
I
wet?
forgot about that.
How
I
dare
forgot
you
about it as well.
I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
Oh yeah, and this is the thing we have to do. I forgot about this.
What do you mean?
Huh?
I also remember that I didn't think about that too much. I didn't quite get what she was saying, and now I understand what she's saying. I hate that I understand it.
Yeah.
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you better tell us why!
I may prove that it wasn't the sprinkler. All I have to do is hit Togo with certain evidence, and that should do it.
Why do we have to do this?
Because I had to put this in somewhere.
Yeah. These parts are dumb and cringy.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No.
Yeah, they're a little bit weird.
You don't know anything.
It's a minigame, though.
Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No. I don't know anything.
Why you gotta be
Hold on. Are you trying to blame me?
No,
Nothing.
not yet.
Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No. I don't know anything. How can you say it wasn't?
This should prove it.
This will end it.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just...
Same.
Game.
Yes.
The
Tina.
reason only the top half was wet was because...
You know, he's spitting facts.
While the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi, which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone?
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me, and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
There's a trap! We've activated his trap card.
Far into the game, and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
Yes.
You got it! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
About that part.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
Thoughts?
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still in...
Makoto.
The sprinklers
Kyoko,
didn't
what are you
get
doing?
wet.
Dare you?
Kyoko, what are you
That
doing?
doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Certain something?
Could that have been the fake nails?
It could have been the sprinklers.
Oh, tarp, right.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the
You're
tarp.
talking about
Dang.
the tarp, aren't you?
She got it.
Oh yes, yeah, with the tarp.
Here's a tarp.
Here's a tarp.
All you have to do is cover the body with the tarp,
Tarp.
and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Thoughts?
Kyoko, what are you doing? Why would you say that? Why would you want me to make it look like I'm, why would you want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body.
Got a knife.
Wait, something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said.
Refutation time. That's not a real word. But it's fine.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it
Any
from
comments from
getting wet.
Leon?
So the reason the tarp was
Insightful as
only on
always.
one side
What?
because the sprinkler got
I
that
said
side
any
wet.
comment from Leon?
But the underside
Oh,
of the tarp
yeah, because it was...
Insightful as always.
was totally
Indeed.
spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
By covering the body with the killer prevents...
So the reason that it's because the spring, but the underside, it was totally. It's because
Yep.
that side, since it was facing. Of course it did.
Didn't get dirty.
Got it.
No, it's wrong.
Got it.
Checking.
Indeed.
All of the I feel like
Yeah, I
it's
would be
impossible to play this
logicking my
game. If you know anything about
I would-
Phoenix Wright and you play this game, it's impossible not to make Phoenix Wright jokes.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the blood
I would
was
be
trying to
re-logicking
avoid body
my way through these
contact, right?
decisions, but
Yakuya said it
It's
himself.
fine.
Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? The blood was camouflage?
After the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim.
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
yeah, that's the one time hero's just something that I didn't think of already.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you suggest?
Could it have been
That maybe it was
chicken
blood from the nurse's office like Afumi did.
What? Chicken blood?
No, chicken, no!
Chicken, no!
The chickens were so
before the murder,
young,
there were 5 chickens.
so pure.
But after the murder,
They did nothing to deserve this.
They were as pure as Trio.
So, you're saying
No.
someone killed a chicken? And
Oh, sorry.
that's messed up.
Accidentally clicked.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Yeah,
I
like the
wonder
Indians
if
would
the
have. I mean,
killer
Native
had to get
Americans.
the blood from the scene so they wouldn't
Sorry.
be spotted walking around.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
they covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait,
No.
no.
Nope.
The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
It was also on
Then
backwards.
that settles it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time kicking. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off.
This
at
series of
7:30.
cover-ups. But this time we mean literal cover-ups, because we were covering the body with a coat and with a tarp.
And
If
blood.
that's actually
Blood.
what took place, it
And
certainly
I-
becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to
Cover
pull
them with
all
the
that off,
cold bite of death.
wouldn't they
I
have
don't
had to
know.
go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually
And
wouldn't have
sprinklers.
been all
And
that
water.
difficult.
And fire, technically.
And then more water.
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina,
Massive series of cover-ups.
after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from
There's
that
probably a
point
Ponzi
on?
scheme involved somewhere too.
Oh no. I
Just being
headed
silly.
off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not.
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
It's not possible.
I must admit,
I bothered
Kyoko's
saying
reasoning
it.
is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
Let's do one of these we haven't done for a bit.
Tuco, why would you do
And the
this?
suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Ice
know
Kyoko
why
tried to
would you
entrap
do
me.
it? I mean, I
I
assume.
don't understand.
I assume she doesn't know.
Well
She
then,
knows that we didn't do
looks
it.
like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so
Right?
once again, our
Have we
suspects
established whether or
are
not
him
the-
and Kyoko.
Oh, never mind.
For serious, man?
Hmm.
Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50
That's
odds.
not.
That's a terrible idea.
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
One we found stuck in the
Aw,
body
heck.
before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through.
I
from
still
front
understand why
to
the
back.
knife has no blood on it, considering it was,
What about it?
you know, inside of the
I'm
body.
pretty sure I'd seen that
That
knife
doesn't make a
somewhere
lot of sense to
before.
me.
That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
You know, whatever. Listen, more important, now that we have this Kanife, what are we gonna do with it?
Kanife.
Can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do. I don't want it anyway. That's.
So what to do?
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto?
Huh? Me?
Oh heck, she planted it on us.
The knife we gave to Makoto?
That's
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just
that's not a good answer.
I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
That's a lot of percentage.
That is a lot of percents. Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear.
It's like 12 times more than 100.
I've proved that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer.
Man, I can't believe we're back here again.
Indeed.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Wait, I forget exactly what it is that we're supposed to do here. Was it the
Yeah, me too.
exploded body analysis?
You're no innocent person yourself, Toto.
Considering she's literally a serial killer.
Considering she's literally a serial killer. I mean, she isn't, but also she kind of is. I don't know, how does that work as far as, like, multiple personalities and being a murderer, being a criminal, generally
For
speaking?
the three,
I feel like you would have to just, unfortunately, put both of them in jail, right? This is the same body.
right. It is,
Found lodged in the
Sky's
dead
dead
body.
body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
I do remember this.
It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that,
Do we not have a little bit of our
just because I that automatic.
I think so.
Getting stabbed is
What the? Oh, it was in the middle of
What?
leaving. Get out of here with that.
The whiff.
Get out
Oh
of here
my
with that.
gosh.
Airball.
Why?
It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that, that seals it. Just because I have that automatic. Well,
Nope. I didn't mean to.
Okay.
no.
Projection.
I clicked the wrong, I was supposed to left click and I accidentally right clicked.
Wait, hold on. The stab
Hold
wound
it.
isn't what killed
I'll
Mukuro.
hold it.
That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her!
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never
Accidentally got the
wore
word
that
right.
blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
And this is where I present the Monokuma file.
Cover-ups. Cover-ups.
I got it!
Take that!
More
The
clips.
Monokuma file clearly
Cover-ups.
states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, that was it. Totally forgot about that.
Oh, heck.
Then the knife.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
More camo.
They probably stabbed her.
I mean, they
to
were
draw
an Ultimate
attention
Soldier after all.
away
They probably wore a
from
lot
what
of camo.
actually killed her.
Garden camo.
Anyway, we hadn't found them beforehand, so they were really good at camouflage.
Do the same thing.
True. Yeah, like in actuality, they were there the whole time, just like hiding. But aha!
Yeah, it was like one of those weird things where like they painted themselves look exactly like the wall, or like
So yeah, we just never noticed they were there, but they were there in every single.
So they wanted
or they
us to
did what
notice the
Drax
stab
did
wound,
and
then
stood so
detonate the
incredibly
body
silent
afterwards.
that no one ever noticed that he was
They
there.
meant for us to latch onto the
True.
knife as the
It
cause
must
of
be
death,
are staying
to
so
destroy any
incredibly
evidence
still,
proving
but
otherwise.
they become invisible to the naked eye.
Yeah, like that.
Kinda goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
Nailed it.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe
Oh,
that.
you're not dumb.
Go
You're
ahead,
just misunderstood.
Makoto. Tell her or we won't
He's not a
any
monster,
headway
he's
on
just a
this.
shut-in.
That line.
It's
That
a
line is
great-
so good.
I got it!
Do you know that one?
After the explosion,
No.
tiny fragment
It's,
of something on
from
the
Chowder.
ground near the body, right?
Oh yeah.
There was an episode where they got stuck inside this monster's house, and they were forced to play board games with him all day. So he wouldn't let them. So that he wouldn't let them leave, and so
That's only natural.
But as soon as like some of the other ones got trapped in the room too, they all freaked out, and so he's like, "Don't worry, he's not a monster.
We
He's
saw
just a
the
shut-in."
same thing when we dismantled Monokuma.
This is just a dumb line.
There's a difference.
it's a funny show.
Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second.
Dun dun dun.
What's the problem?
I was wondering what else could have
Well, I
done.
just feel like
No, I guess not.
we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. I can't really do the
More
visualization.
like redetermine.
Then, shall we continue the debate?
I was trying to think
The
of some kind of
victim's fatal
concentration.
injury
Literally
is
just what I
yet
could
to be
do.
determined.
No, that's fake. Fatal injury. There is no fatal.
Concentrate is the
Well, yeah. She
one
was
of the things the
already
sorceress
dead when that happened.
says when she uses a skill in dragon is concentrate. It's not a very good reference.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
According to
It's just one of the
Monokuma
passive buffs that you get. That
Yeah.
just like lowers your
There's evidence
consumption
that
or
shows
something
she
like
was
that.
hit on the back of her head.
I actually don't remember it. Do I have to scan that one?
I think it's I think it's
Victim had
this.
suffered countless wounds across her
No, I
entire
think it's
Yeah,
hit
so
on the
it's
back of her
called,
head.
yeah,
no, I
scan
think
that, hit shoot.
No, I think it's hit on the back of the head the first time because we did the other way around first. The first time we didn't.
First
Then
one?
shall we continue the
Yeah, we
debate?
did
The
first.
victim's
This
fatal
one?
injury has yet
No,
to be
you know, he shot down, hit her on the back of the head.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's hit on the back of her head onto we have
Fatal injury.
That's gotta be it. And more than that, the victim had suffered countless
pretty sure because we
wounds
tried the
across
other way around first and it didn't work.
Okay.
Then shall we continue the victim's fatal injury?
The victim's
Fatal.
It's very interesting.
It's pretty.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered. What
also got the wounds all over the rest of her body. They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
Then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was
I bet it was the bomb.
blonde object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
How is that
Pickaxe would have.
If
Yeah, the
hit
pickaxe
someone
would
really
have.
bad, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Yeah, about that.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to swing it with
Wouldn't be
any
with the flat
kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
I mean, yeah.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with a metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of
Ew,
yours,
why?
throw it on the ground and spit
I'm
on
pretty sure if you did that, you would faint immediately.
I mean, yeah.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Wow.
God bless you, hero.
What killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Yeah, it was the metal pipe. Because he didn't respect the pipe.
Yeah, you didn't respect the pipe and you got bodied for it.
Yeah, you will have to respect the pipe.
Nicholas, I'm sure you know by this point, but you just have to accept that Marvel vs. Capcom jokes are what's going to happen when you're interacting with the two of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have to expect that Marvel vs. Capcom jokes are going to happen.
Yeah, but for people who don't understand what that means, including Nicholas possibly,
It's a running joke with,
Mike Hagar. One of his attacks is the pipe, and if you get hit by it, it has a lot of hit stun, which means that even if it trades, Hagar will recover first, almost guaranteed, and be able to get a full combo off of it.
Yeah, and Hagar hits hard.
And the pipe, yeah, and Hagar hits real hard.
So if you try to challenge the pipe, you're probably going to be on the losing end of that scenario, so you have to respect the pipe. And so in tournaments, when people don't respect the pipe, the commentators are like, oh, you have to respect the pipe.
Yep. It's the pipe and lariat.
And
Those are the
lariat.
two moves that make Hagar super, super good in that game.
Yeah.
I'm not back talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
One more thing about that weapon. One more secret.
It's a secret.
It's a woodblock key, right? Definitely.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right?
Melissa, she does blade duct tape somewhere first. Just to be funny. We have plenty of help. We already know it's a woodblock key, but we'll just go and do this.
Yeah.
It must have been about it seems like an arrow would just be too quick.
Talk back to Master. You have no right.
I was about to do it, but then I forgot I have to let it play through one time.
We have to learn about the fact that she has no right first.
Exactly.
The weapon must. It seems like an arrow.
Finn!
Ah, it worked! I would have never guessed.
Oh, what?
I thought for sure.
Weird.
I thought for sure it was the woodblock key.
Yeah.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Another weapon? All of the weapons.
Inside the
All of
dojo
them.
locker,
All of the
he
arrows.
also found a balled up wad of
Man,
duct
it's such a
tape.
waste of perfectly good arrows. To kill something with an arrow, but not in the traditional sense.
I know, right?
Such a waste.
Yeah.
Also, I like the fact that they're titanium.
I know, right? Like, why are they titanium?
I think they're probably titanium, that way they don't have to like try to replace arrows when they inevitably break over use. Because the expectation is that, you know, people are potentially going to be living here for years and years.
Well, none of us here are the ultimate archer.
Yeah, but people still want to practice and do recreational activities just for fun of it. So, they want to make sure they don't have to replace the arrows. So they just physically can't break by making them titanium.
Yeah.
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon.
Also, when you have all of the money, you might as well make your arrows titanium.
That's true. You could buy, normal arrows, but other ones, but titanium arrows are better because they cost more.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no.
Don't you know that whenever something costs more, that automatically means that it's worth more?
How can you say that?
And therefore it's better?
Because we have proof, of course.
If I had $1 million, I would never have to walk to the store. I would take a limousine because it costs more.
Exactly. You know,
What?
Thoughts.
What's the
That's a
matter?
reference to a song.
That's a song.
It's a
Surely
song by
you
the
don't
Bare
intend
Naked
to
Ladies.
protect a murderer. You know
That's
what
the
will
name of the
happen
band.
if you do, don't
It's
you?
the
Yeah,
same
I
people
know
who made
I know
One
the
Week.
band.
Yeah.
If
They
you
have a song
cover
called
for
"If
the
I Had $1
culprit,
Million,"
there's only
and
one
it's
thing
dumb.
that can lead
It's
to
hilarious.
But it's
though.
hilarious.
the death of us all. Remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show
We have
everyone
all
the
the
evidence
really
that proves
expensive pickups,
Kyoko
like
went to the
Jean
dojo.
Anyway,
I have evidence.
I have a...
Explain this.
Explain this.
Evidence Kyoko went to the dojo.
Debate me.
I will submit thee.
Explain
One thing
this.
that
More
proves
Marvel
Kyoko
vs.
was in the
Capcom.
dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove
That's a really
anything?
neat.
It especially fits considering
It's a really neat key, I think.
Yeah.
Kind of like an old-timey traditional key that isn't metal and it's like your standard turn lock,
It is.
but it's like some kind. But it still had like some kind of key anyway.
Yeah.
It's very
pretty
Don't
interesting.
bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Hold
Not
it.
this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
Thoughts?
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me? Then does that mean she...
Does that
knew
mean
was
I
being
didn't
attacked,
kill her?
and she came to my rescue? Could that be when... Wait, what'd you say?
She saved us. That means she likes us, right?
She killed someone? For me?
That's enough.
For
The
me?
time for idle
You shouldn't
chatter is
have.
over. A verdict
Actually,
is
no. Please
close at
do.
hand.
Thank you for saving me. Don't not have saved me, please. Follow.
I'm warning you. Don't make this
Wait.
mistake.
Oh.
I'm not
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
really.
This is just getting to the
But
point where
you
we're
should know better
specifically
than
referencing
anyone I didn't
Capcom.
do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
And
I should know.
What?
like, it isn't really obvious. Like, this is the most obvious thing, and why in the world would Makoto and Byakuya be so amazed about this? Like, obviously,
You know, so maybe you don't remember by this point. Maybe it's been a while. A lot of things have happened.
Spoken. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said.
Bang,
I'm not the killer.
bang.
You should
Bang.
understand that more
Bang.
than anyone here.
true.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never
Bang.
hide something from
Oh,
me.
somebody totally would though.
Yeah, he would.
You
Bang.
are the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier.
Here's the thing.
You
Bang.
said I hid the
Bang.
evidence of my
What are
crime
you
in the
saying?
dojo locker, and then left the locker
Bang.
key in my own
Your
room.
own room?
Correct. But could I really have done that?
I actually forget what.
I think we're supposed to scan the last
yeah,
Those
statement.
words you just spoke.
The last statement?
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Exactly what I said.
I'm not, but you should understand. Master would never.
There's proof that you is that.
You stated
And
that
she
you
had
said
shooted
I
it
hid
there.
the
And then left the locker key in my own room.
correct, but could I really have done that?
Those words you
Right?
Exactly
The
what I
locker
said.
key.
I'm not the killer.
You should understand that.
Is it?
What are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
Wait, no, not the.
That you aren't the culprit.
Oh, that was it?
Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh, I misremembered.
If
Are
I'm
you sure
right,
you're not forgetting something?
Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
No, I'm remembering something. Everything right.
Why
I mean, that was also another Phoenix or
Because
Barbara's
she had
half
given
reference.
her room key.
What?
to Byakuya.
Oh.
Are you sure you're not forgetting something?
I see.
That's one of the things he says when he taunts.
Yep.
If I had the key to your room,
You want to know what one of the things Iron
Then
Fist says when he
obviously
taunts?
I had no way of getting in.
He says,
Without my
they should
room
call you a
key,
zero
I couldn't
for
have
hire.
possibly put the locker key in there myself.
This is a bad line.
Am I wrong?
It's so bad. And that's her like catchphrase. Am I wrong?
There's a lot of
Seriously,
cringy.
she said that a lot.
There are a lot of cringy things in Marvel vs. Capcom. It's very fun though.
Yeah.
Like Wolverine. Wolverine has a move where he mash a button, then he just keeps he does a rapid poking with his claws, and he goes Swiss cheese.
And the move is called Swiss cheese. I'm pretty sure the move is called.
It sounds so stupid hearing such a serious character as Wolverine yell Swiss cheese.
That does sound kind of dumb.
It's funny though. Thoughts? Does she really feel that threatened because she's the killer, or is it something else? Was there something different meaning than what she said earlier?
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. She didn't say that with that background.
Yeah, it was during this.
Did, but it was during the actual thing, so it wasn't like during when it was this. Anyway, this is a trap the Mastermind's laid out for us.
Mastermind's trap. Mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko, but I'm gonna do this.
As a trap.
What if it's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I do?
So yeah, what do we do here?
Mastermind's trap? The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? Mastermind's trap.
I don't like how there's ... between a bunch of stuff. Spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. Know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong?
She does it a lot.
She says that a lot.
What do I do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie.
Yeah, so what do we do?
Last time I had Nicholas just choose which one to do.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and do the same thing and go the same path. He chose
the video.
But real quick, just in case the viewers don't understand what the lie is. Just in case, we're going to explain it because Nicholas had to think about it, so we're just going to say it real quick. The lie is... Do you want to explain it? Or do you want me to?
Oh, she has a universal key that allows her to get into any room, right?
Yep.
So that wouldn't keep her out of her own.
Yeah, which means she could have gotten into her room. But we're the only ones who she told.
Yep.
So let's pursue the lie.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
I spy contradiction.
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
Not.
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
Kyoko is definitely lying, and it must be because there's some other deeper truth she wants to keep hidden. Also, we get to listen to this really cool version of the song.
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Yeah, you shoot Kyoko's cat into I couldn't have possibly gotten into my room.
How else could the key have gotten there?
Someone other than me must have put it there. That's the only explanation.
Kyoko herself told me before the trial started that she had stolen something very important from the headmaster's room.
I didn't have the key to my room.
Because I'd given it, there's no doubt.
You are correct.
So I couldn't
Possibly have gotten into my room.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
No. Kyoko could have gotten into her room. You said so yourself, didn't you, Kyoko?
Actually, to be precise, not quite. I use Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school.
What?
Monokuma's secret tool?
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school, which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing...
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost. What are you talking about? Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it. So I lost. That's all this means.
Huh? Then, are you saying you really didn't... Kyoko, you really aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
And then Monokuma ruins everything.
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up. All done, all finished. The class trial is all over.
But that's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you.
It's time? It's time? Did you
But
just
I
say it's
guess
time?
we already know who the blackened is, don't we?
Who is the guilty party? The guilty party is...
I was gonna make a joke. I was gonna make a joke about how was the person who died second, but I forgot what her name was.
Oh, yeah.
Good job. You got it right. Brilliantly right.
We got it, right? Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer? But something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with this whole class trial. Kyoko.
No.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
I've prepared an extra special punishment this time. Is everyone ready? Okay then.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
And that's how the class trial of Mukuro Ukasaba came to an end. I still had to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent, or regardless, the truth was lost forever, even for me. I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Mukuro's class trial, and in the end, it would prove to be our last class trial. Once that case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope's Peak ever again. We had obtained peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. Peace, but only inside the school. Peace, but only for us. That was the only hope we had. Hope. Hope. Hope? This is hope?
No! This isn't right!
I just noticed Toko died in that photo.
Apparently. Huh?
Makoto, why are you staring off
Yeah,
into
she was there.
space?
She was on his shirt.
Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
Her claim? Oh, that's right. I have to... Do I expose Kyoko's lie or not?
Yeah, very elaborate fake decision.
Mm-hmm. We spend any time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward.
And that's the part that I really wanted to actually see your genuine reaction, which really sucks that we weren't able to see it.
Yeah.
Because we lost the footage. She's not wrong.
Yeah.
I have to think very carefully. What do? I have to decide right here, right now, whether or not to expose her lie. That entire thing. And I assumed that I was supposed to pursue the lie because I figured, well, it's a game where you're supposed to be finding the truth. And if we don't find the truth, then we're all dead. So I have to, even if the truth is ugly. That's the whole game, basically.
My assumption was that the real truth would unveil itself eventually, even if I...
Yeah.
Like, I still believe she was innocent, but I feel like the only way to advance it would be to pursue the lie.
Yeah, and I figured that that's what it would be too. When I first played it. So I picked that, and I saw that, and I was just like, what is this game? And the one funny thing to comment on, it's kind of funny how there's also a little bit of a reference in there that it's a reference to the conversations during the free time with Hiro. How he talks about his first prediction was that the two of them would their kids would be from the same mother. So that was kind of a funny little joke. But
yeah, let it go. Because we can't run away.
You aren't gonna sing this time?
No.
Okay, good.
I made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone, so yeah, we have to do this. But I'm really glad, because I left it up to you. I was gonna stand by it, but I was really trying to figure out, if you said to let it go the first time, what was I going to tell you to try to get you that wouldn't, like, you know, what kind of excuse was I gonna make? You know? There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some kind of secret here, something that has to do with the Mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Does no one have a
So,
rebuttal?
if Kyoko didn't do it, then who did?
Have you decided to accept
question.
her assertion as fact?
Because obviously we didn't do it, Doc.
I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room, that it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Lukaro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's
Yeah.
up!
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
Voting time?
Hey, we got A's. We got straight A's. Look at us. We're straight A students. Heck yeah.
That'll go really well on our report card that we're gonna get right before we die.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Also, we never did the comic book thing.
It's true, we didn't do the comic book thing.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Yeah, because we never put the entire case together.
Yeah, because he cut us off. What?
The little
Do you
jerk.
think I'm the killer?
Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. That's
Everyone, you're wrong. You got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone!
Good job?
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right!
No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey,
It makes perfect sense! It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way.
thrills, chills, kills!
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment.
Wait, why do I...
that's
Kyoko,
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Man, where have I seen this before?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I still want to know who the actual killer was. Because obviously it wasn't us. Are we still assuming that it wasn't Kyoko?
Also, I like how it shows different things on the board.
Oh no, the board changes every shot. For some reason.
And then all of a sudden...
Oh? Also, I love how the glasses are framed so that so that Monokuma looks like he's actually looking, even though he's not.
So he's actually looking what?
Because you can't with how his eye looks, you can't tell can't tell any
yeah.
indication of which direction he's looking, but the glasses give the indication that he's looking. What?
Huh? Huh? What's this? What's going on?
What I want to know is why this didn't happen when Kyoko was killed.
Because that was...
Because
That wasn't real.
yeah, it was a hallucination.
okay.
That was just him
And we
thinking.
didn't know if Rigo had one bit of
Hey,
sweat.
was that? Oh yeah, it had to be.
This is...
Alter ego.
Alter ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Dang it all the heck, I don't believe this.
It would seem...
It seems you
I
finally
believe
made a
I passed on that
miscalculation.
line last time.
No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying is you shouldn't have underestimated us.
Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit, in a way, that's an even better special punishment.
Dots.
But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world.
A lot of poo-hooing. Even more poo-hooing.
Indeed.
And he's gone. Dots. Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the heck is going on?
Calm down.
That's okay, we're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words...
Now that's Mastermind that's ensnared.
What did
What are
you
you
say?
talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. All in good time, Barnacle Boy.
All in good time, Barnacle Boy.
We made that joke last time.
All in good time.
And then there was free time.
No, this isn't the free time music.
Isn't it?
Oh wait, no, it is. You're right.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it is.
It is free time music.
It is the free time music.
Is it also the pausing the episode time music?
It is the pausing the episode time music. Cool. All right, we'll be back here next time to figure out what's going on.
Yay!
See you guys next time.
Woo!